Damn it. Kamala gonna win. Kamala gonna win. Why? I don't think it's gonna be. I'm just gonna state the facts. I'm not even gonna put my opinion in there. You tell me what you think. Uh, it's a little spooky. We don't know what's going on now. This was 8 days before the election night. We know that's tomorrow, right? Because it's the 4th today, Monday, November 4th, 2024. And ballot drop boxes are being set on fire. Now, who's doing that? Who would you say doing that? Do you think it's Trump supporters? Do you? Or do you think it's Harris Walsh supporters? Do you? Who do you think? Let's just hear this little bit from CNN.
Well, obviously, this is very disturbing. We don't yet know what the motivations are behind this, but officials...
We don't know the motivations. Yes, you do, because it wasn't a mailbox, bitch. It's a ballot box. It's for the election. What do you mean you don't know what the motivation is? Could you guess what the motivation is? Could you?
Are saying that there appear to be 3 different instances that are linked. The ones that we're hearing about today, that
3 different instances. Has anybody heard this in the news a lot? Has anybody?
took place in Oregon as well as Washington, and one that took place earlier this month in Washington State, where there were
Oregon and Washington State.
Right now, 45 million ballots have already been cast. As this has been going on, as you may have heard, fires have been set inside ballot drop boxes. That has happened in Arizona, Oregon, and Washington.
Arizona, Oregon, and Washington. See, ain't it sad how you got to keep going through the news for the same story just to get the whole story? What happened to journalists, one, just reporting the who, what, when, where, and why?
was an incendiary device that was somehow attached to these ballot drop boxes and caused, these kinds of videos that we're seeing here, these flames.
Attached or put in, bitch? What do you mean? What do you mean attached? Don't you mean put in there?
And ballots burning in Oregon. They said it was just 3 ballots that were impacted and that they've reached out to the people who were impacted.
Now you tell me, people. Seriously. She just said only 3 ballots. Don't you mean 3 ballot boxes? Because this right here is more than 3. That's more than 3 fucked up right there.
And in Washington State, though, they said there are hundreds. And so they're basically telling people, if you cast your ballot over the weekend in this drop box, to check the ballot tracker online. These are both states that conduct their elections predominantly by mail. And of course...
See, that was like 3 or 4 right there. Did he just... This shit.
The Department of Homeland Security today issued a warning about extremists online openly discussing attacking election workers or sabotaging ballot boxes.
Has anybody heard about any of that? Hey, I appreciate this dude's little short. This JD Delay 5150. We're not going to listen to his commentary, but I still want to give him credit for it. Excuse me. Has anybody heard of any of these things? No, they keep telling us make-believe shit, like Trump is a fascist. Does anybody know what a fascist is? I did a thing on it. Go pull up the video, because it's hard for me to even remember to tell you what the hell a fascist is.
Authorities, including the FBI, were investigating today after early morning fires were set in...
Early morning fires. This is the 3rd report on the 3rd channel, and I just got a 3rd piece of information. What happened to journalism? I should have been able to get the whole story from the first one.
In ballot drop boxes in Portland, Oregon, and in nearby Vancouver, Washington, where hundreds of ballots were destroyed there. Now, the Portland Police Bureau reported officers and firefighters responded to a fire in one ballot drop box. This was around 3:30 in the morning.
3:30 in the morning. Now, who's doing that? You think that's a homeless person? Do you? Do you think it's a homeless person?
They determined an incendiary device had been placed inside. Now, the Multnomah County Elections Director, his name, Tim Scott, he said a fire suppressant inside of the drop box protected nearly all the ballots. Only 3 of them were damaged, and his office planned to contact...
Who believes that? I don't believe they put no fucking anti-fire nothing on the inside of them. I just don't. Because what we saw from the first clip, the shit don't work then.
More video we have. Let's take it there, you see. Now, officials held a news conference after authorities said these early morning fires were...
I'm waiting for them to ID the vehicle. And they take too long to get to it. It's too much commentary and less reporting. God damn.
And again, we collected it through the Metro Explosive Disposal Unit. These incidents are similar in nature. No one was injured in any of these incidents.
I don't know about you, but what the hell is 2022 shit doing behind them as we're discussing 2024? These are just the things that always catch my attention. Like, is this from now or was this from 2022?
We're working with our partners across the river here in Portland. And
look at that. May 2022. November, I don't know, is that 2021? The fuck?
And sharing information with our federal law enforcement partners in hopes of bringing this to a successful conclusion.
Yeah. Wait. Let's take it back real quick. Move her goddamn head.
Partners across the river here in Portland and sharing information with our federal law enforcement partners in hopes of bringing this to a successful...
Bam. There we go. 2021. But it's 2024. Why are boxes from 2-3 years ago behind this man giving a press conference? Things that make you go,
Successful conclusion. Questions? Thank you.
Yeah. Why are boxes from 2 and 3 years ago behind you?
Good afternoon, Assistant Chief Amanda McMillan.
Oh, okay. So you gonna answer the question? Okay. All right. Damn. November 2020, 2021, 2022. Interesting. I'm just gonna skip it. Let's get to it.
Dedicated to stopping that kind of behavior, and we're working toward that in this case. We don't know the motive behind this. PD and the Sheriff's Office working to resolve these cases. We do have an investigator working the leads in this case. We don't know the motive behind these.
I can tell you the motive to tamper with an election. What the fuck? Sometimes the answer is so simple. They just no, that couldn't be it.
Acts sounds like a series of 3 at this point.
And fuck it, I'm gonna get to it. What kind of car is that? That don't look like nobody that's broke. This is the vehicle that carried the person or the people that set the drop boxes on fire. That looks like a Volvo to me. And your average person ain't riding in no Volvo.
But we do know that acts like this are targeted and they're intentional. And
no, you don't say. It wasn't just random.
We're concerned about that intentional act trying to affect the election process.
Oh, sounds like you do know why then, bitch. Woo! The people in the world have gotten so dumb. I get frustrated. That's why I don't really talk to people, and it's hard for me to watch the news now, because they got a bunch of people who have less than the 5th grade education reporting the news now. Watch these stories. Watch the election, because it's already some things going on that have not traditionally gone on. The fact that we get to vote 45 days for a damn president What happened to one-day voting? Motherfucker, if your ass don't show up, that's it. But no, we got mail-in votes. We got email voting. We've got carrier pigeon voting. We've got all these different forms of voting except the original, which kept the cheat off. And I don't know who gonna win. I got a problem with it being close, but woo, man, may you never need what you want, and may you never want what you need, man. It's the 13th one, the laughing Buddha. Ha ha. Shit's funny. I don't trust shit.